Hey there guys, thanks for joining us for another Kickstarter preview. Today we're doing Area 1851 Express. This is from 524 Labs and designed by Justin Blask. This is coming to Kickstarter on the 25th of March, which is not far from now, or probably the same day when I upload this, maybe, who knows. Right, this is a drafting game and we're going to give you a quick look of what it's like. I say quick, we're going to show you most of the game. And with me is Dave, Carla,
hello,
and myself, Jason. Right, so what's going to happen here is we're basically in the Old West. Actually, maybe I should show you that picture over there. So we're in the Old West, and we're, frontier people, where aliens have come to our planet and want to trade with us and tinker with us and make interesting gadgets. And they've traded with the natives as well, and we can trade with the natives and make more gadgets than anyone else can imagine. So, as a drafting game, it's going to be interesting to show you the gameplay turn. But what happens is, we start with a hand of 7 cards. You're going to pick one, as with all drafting games, lay it down in front of you, and then you're going to pass the rest to the next person to your left, second round to the right, third round again to the left. We all have a little worksheet. As you can see, up at the top here is your workspace. This is where you put your gadgets. Down at the bottom here is your scrap heap. This is where your extra parts and bits go. And then obviously we have a nice legend here and a turn sequence on the side here. So this goes in front of us and we build that in front of there. I am going to give you the perspective of what it's like to draft from my perspective, which is not the greatest. We also have some tokens and stuff which I'll go through during the gameplay section. The end of the game is the person with the most tinker points or victory points, which is represented by these tokens. And there's a deck of cards here, which we'll draw more from. And then just in case we don't draw any cards that have the gadget symbol on, then we got some thing cards over here. It's basically, I would say, only 2 types of cards really. You got these cards, which have this symbol here. This is the gadget card. So this forms the basis of your gadget. So you put this down first, and then you can attach modifications to there, there, and there. Modifications or anything else that doesn't have that symbol. Everything in the top left corner is points, and down at the bottom left you have these little symbols. They are little bits that trigger once you've delivered your gadget. So for example like that. And I'm not going to go too much into detail with that because there's quite a lot, and it's easier just to do it while we do the gameplay section. So I'm going to cut it here, and then we're going to start the gameplay and I'll show you how this works. Alright, so this is obviously the gameplay section. We haven't started yet. It's literally round 1. So what we're going to do, this is my hand of cards. So everyone's going to look at their hand of cards and choose one. At the very first action of the game, you're certainly going to choose anything with a gadget on because that's what you can build on. But there are some other actions you can take. You can obviously take any card from your hand and add it to your scrap heap. You can also add any card to a gadget, which you just turn it around and it becomes scrap. And it's still worth a victory point. And then, of course, you can take a thing card, which is over there. And there's something else. Oh, you can deliver a gadget. So, I'm going to just, as you can see with my hand here, these not many gadgets in my hand. So, I'm just going to take this one. It's quite a versatile gadget. And it's a, whatever that means. So, I'm going to put that there. And then these cards are going to go to Dave. You guys chosen?
Mm-hmm.
We have.
Alright, so then we flip it over. And we show... I've got an omnidirectional and that's it. What have you got?
I've got a dehydrated habitat.
And I've got a nutrition compositor.
That's quite funny. I like the little alien drawing. And that's Carla's there.
Add water, instant building, apparently.
Fair enough. Alright, so then we take the next cards from the person to the left. This is my new hand of cards. So you can see Carla had a couple more gadgets in her opening hand. If you don't have any gadgets in your open hand, you can always just take a thing card. I might have mentioned that already. If I did, tough. Right, so now what I'm looking for, I can either start a new gadget or I can look for some modifications that attach to this. So for example, like this one over here, can attach there, and then it'll become a dusty omnidirectional. Or it can be an omnidirectional, I'm not going to keep saying this, made of clay, or that it's pocket sized, that rattles. I quite like that one. And then we've got these two. I'm going to take this one. So I'm just taking that mainly due to that. So I'm going to pass that on. Everyone chosen?
We have.
All right. I've got. This goes like that. As you can see, it touches on like that. So the modification goes there. And now when I deliver this, it's at least worth a minimum of 5 points. And I'll get whatever this is. I can't remember what that's called. What did I do with the rulebook?
So that you have in your hand over there.
Allows you to switch a card.
Yeah, so select 2 zones, either your hand, scrap heap, or workspace, and swap a card from each zone.
Okay. So take the next. I lost it. Take the next batch of cards.
They're yours, they're mine.
Do I not get to say what I got?
Oh, sorry. I didn't even think of that. I was looking for the rulebook. What did you got?
So I've still got the nutritional compositor with a polished gleam.
Huh. What did you got, Dave?
I've now got a dehydrated habitat with mind bonding.
Huh. I'm staying away from Dave's area. Alright. Let's see what I've got here. Obviously now I could be looking for those sections over there. You're trying to get as many of these things built as you want. But, you know, so again, I could take this, which is a nice short, easy one. It gets one of those things as well. That's quite good. In fact, I'm going to take that just because these are quite hard to come by the looks of things. I'm going to take that. That's going to go to Dave. And then while they're looking, I'm going to see what the hell I did with that rulebook. I still can't find it. Anyway, so have you guys chosen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got another modification to add to there. So now, oh my god, I should have taken something with easier words. Omnidirectional wizard that rattles with a coat of whitewash.
I've now got a dusty dehydrated habitat with mind bonding.
Huh.
And I've got an embroidered nutritional compositor with a polished gleam.
An embroidered polished gleam.
Yep.
That seems unlikely.
But that's also me finishing a gadget.
Have you?
Yeah, I have completed a gadget.
All right, let's move this over here so I can show the folks. So first thing she does is score the points at the top here, which is 4 plus 3 is 7. So there's your 7 points. And then she gets a shovel and an alien craft. And those things do different things. So for example, the alien craft, you can put on a gadget that's not completed, which will then, that means you can keep it to the next round. The shovel allows you to draw a card from the top of the deck or one from your scrap heap, add it to your hand, and then discard a card. So it gives you a little more versatility on your turn to basically choose a card. And, oh yes, and of course those get discarded. And then we take a new hand of cards. So now obviously you can see there's dwindling number of choices. And, right. So, my choices here is I could take this and add it to that, which would then complete my gadget, which is obviously a good choice. Or, I could take one of these, and I'm quite tempted by this one, to put into my scrap. Because at a later stage, I might be able to take that from my scrap and add it to a gadget. And these are quite hard to come by. So are these, but apparently I have 2 in my hand right now. And these ones are a little more easy to come by in my estimation. So, do I want to finish this now? Or do I want to chance my luck? I should have been remembering what was passed around, but I didn't. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put that into my scrap, even though I'm telling them before we've done that. You guys chosen?
Yep.
Right, so I'm putting a card into my scrap. What are you doing, Dave?
I am completing a gadget. So I've now completed a dusty dehydrated habitat with mind bonding that has tribal markings.
Alright, how many points do you get?
So I get 2, 4, 8, 11. But because this symbol down here on dusty, that means I get an extra reputation for each card that does not match that card. So I've got 2 that don't match. So I get an extra 2, so that'll be 13.
Mm-hmm. And the little yellow
that little
thing.
yellow switcheroo token.
So there's 10 and 3. 13. What you got, Carla?
I am going to place a card in the scrap heap.
Alright, same as what I did. Alright, and then we pass them on. So you go, Dave.
Carla?
These are my new cards. Huh. See? Now remember, you can look at your scrap heap at any time. Remember that card I kept there? I could use that for this if I'm at the end of the turn. I'll show you that when we get there. So, and this doesn't help me now. No, this is a nice, short, easy one to do, but I think I'm going to take this. Obviously, we're running out of cards as well, so I need to be wary of that. The hell did I do with that rule book? It's literally gone into the void. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Under your mouse.
Abducted by aliens.
Yay! That was thematically correct.
God.
Still choosing, Carla.
Yeah, I'm being slow.
Alright, I'm just going to move my gadget up a bit so there's a little more space. So, we've chosen. I've got a new gadget called...
You really like those, don't you?
What you got, Dave? What did you choose?
I went for scrap.
Okay. And you, Carla?
And I went for an encounter suit.
Alright, nice easy one to complete.
Wow. You would think.
Yeah.
Or hope.
Yeah, right, so pass them on. So down to 2 cards. What did I get? What did I get? Oh, they're both of these. Well, that's sucky. Okay, considering I need 2 of those, I need 3 cards to complete both gadgets. So I'm looking highly unlikely I'm going to do this. So I'm going to, what was this again? Oh yes. So I'm just going to take,
Don't forget you can flip a card and play it as a scrap to complete the gadget.
that's right. So I'm going to do that. That one's going to go to Dave. Is everyone chosen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm keeping this, but instead of using it for the that causes hallucinations, I'm just going to make it into scrap. That goes like that.
I am taking more into my scrap heap.
Alright.
And I am.
Completing that gadget.
So I'm a form adjusting encounter suit.
Alright.
It's not the best use of it, but you know. So it's 4 points. And then I gain 1 reputation for each attachment point on the base, which is only 1 additional one. And did you give me 4 points? Oh, yeah, you did. And then 1 of the yellow tokens.
Yeah, which is the swappy token.
And that's that.
Okay.
That one's yours. That was mine.
What did you give me, Carla? What did you give me?
Came
Oh,
back to me again.
this is not what I wanted. Oh well, I took a gamble and it didn't pay off. I'm not sure which I'm going to keep. I might keep this one. Alright, I'm going to use this as scrap, which is going to go there.
I'm adding to my scrap heap again.
Okay. So, now, before we hit the end of the round phase, what's going to happen first is, obviously, we play the cards we just got, or use, like, Dave added his to scrap. You've added yours to scrap as well, Carla. I have completed a gadget, which is this scrap omnidirectional visit that rattles with a coat of whitewash. Holy crap, that's a mouthful. So, I get 3, 6, 9 points. I also get one of those yellow swappy things. And that is it. So this all goes into the discard pile. And now, obviously I haven't completed this. This is now end of the round. Before we start the new round, you have 1 chance to take cards from your scrap heap and add this to any uncompleted gadgets. The only difference is, so I got 1 here, and remember I kept that one like that, so that can go there nicely. But the only trigger here is you don't get any of the bottom effects here. It only counts for points. So this is another 7 points for me. And I don't get the recycling effect, which is add 2 cards from this gadget to your scrap heap. So I could have added both these if I'd completed this earlier. But I did not. So that goes into the discard pile. And my score at the end of first round is, let's see, is that. So you decide if that's good or not. I think it's alright. And then we're going to do the same thing again now for the second draft. Instead, this time we're passing to the right. And then the third draft, we'll pass back to the left again. Then kind of final points. Person with the most points is the winner. I'm not going to watch you make you watch me do silly decisions for the rest of the game, but I think you get the general gist. We'll be back shortly. Alright, so we've finished off the game and we've tallied up the points. So we can tell you that in last place is Mr. Dave Emerson with how many points?
146.
Minus?
100.
So you ended with 46 points.
Yes.
And
sorry, 47 because I am forgetting to count the little token I had left over.
yes.
Not that it makes a damn bit of difference.
And this is my point scoring over here. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 57 points. Which puts me in second place. If you have any of these tokens left over, by the way, they're worth 1 point each as well, as Dave was saying there a minute ago. Which means if I'm second place and Dave's third place, and there's only one other player left, it is Carla, the winner. How many points you got?
I got 60 points.
60 points on the dot.
I think she cheated.
Yeah, I think so too. We were. Sorry, the camera really wanted to show Carla there. So there we go. Carla's the winner with 60 points. That is a game of Area 1851 Express, which comes to Kickstarter March 25th. It's from 524 Labs. Interestingly enough, I haven't played it before, but this is obviously the Express, but is that this used to be a full box game, which was a worker placement game. Same theme, same idea, where you're building tinkery little gadgets and stuff, but it was a bigger game. And this is obviously a streamlined version of that, I assume, as I never played the original. But if you want to see what the game is like, product-wise, because obviously this is all prototype components, you can go follow the link, which will be in the description below. And this will take you to the Kickstarter, where if you like the game and you want to have a little quirky alien tinkery game with drafting mechanics, you can back it on there. I'm sure the guys from 524 Labs would love your support. Obviously, without your support, the games can't be made. And that is what Kickstarter is for. And I know you guys didn't see it, but these are the thing cards. There we go. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will see you later.